Okay, we're now going to do what's not been done on film, to my knowledge, in this country. About 20 years ago, 25 years ago, a company introduced ceramic shears to the hair cutting market. They, at that time, were $400 or $500. I worked for a Japanese company, and we sold quite a few. Unfortunately, there are not that many people in the country that understand sharpening of a ceramic shear. So I'm taking a ceramic shear and I'm going to sharpen it for you. And since it's quite old, and the new ones are about $1,200, but you can do it on the Katoku machine with the diamond abrasives. It is not difficult, certainly not difficult. They're not convex, they're beveled. So I'm going to show you the early Kasho ceramic. It has a very established ride line, a screwed on blade, and a beveled edge. Normally when these things were brand new, they had a double bevel on here. We are only going to do a single bevel. I don't think anything else is necessary. So I'm going to cut an edge here with diamond and with water. Ceramic needs a fair amount of water when being cut because it gets kind of messy and flows all over the disc. So I'm set my Katoku guide is set right here at 40 degrees. I'm going to put this in here and cut a new edge on this ceramic shear. I don't know of anyone who's ever done it on film before, but it doesn't really matter. You don't need a lot of speed. This diamond will cut through this like butter. You do need to have water present, so you'll see in my other hand that the ceramic requires water, and I'm going to cut. There will be no burr. All you can do is use your eyes to see if you've broken through to a new edge. Now that was only a matter of minutes, and don't think I quite made it all the way through, but I'm going to do it again just so you can see. Now I think I broke through. I think I did. Very difficult to see, but I'm not going to go to a finer abrasive. You can see the ceramic material on the inside of the splash guard. And I'm not going to go finer. There is no burr. Remember that. Ceramic doesn't fold. It's really just fine alumina powder mixed with synthetic diamond. And here we go once again. My speed is roughly it's about 1500 RPM. I could go slower, but I don't want to spend the time. So I'm keeping some water present. Light pressure, constant. And that should cut it. And it looks like it did. I think we've got a cut there. Do a little more. Okay. It's very difficult to see, but you get the idea. You can also see all the ceramic material. Now I'm going to take the other blade and do it. I've got white ceramic all over the clamp, my hands. I'm going to go back to a 500 grit diamond. This is the only way you can sharpen a ceramic blade, is with diamond. And water is necessary, so keep the water flowing. You can hear it cut it. And that should be cut pretty well. Yes, it is. Mighty nice. Do say so myself. Since there's no burr to worry about, I'm just going to proceed to the 1200 grit. And once again, repeat the process. I'm going to speed up just a wee bit, just for fun. I'm now going to prepare for the inside edge, and that's what we're going to do now. We're now going to continue with this process of sharpening a ceramic shear. Very seldom done. I've probably done well over 1,000 of these over the years. These blades used to be sold by Kasho. They're still selling them, only they don't have both blades ceramic. They have one steel blade and then one ceramic blade. They're still done the same way. Diamond's the only way you can do it. I'm now going to reestablish the inside line on a diamond 9 micron. And this is pretty easy. There's no burr formation. We're really just making a fairly smooth surface. So that's done relatively quickly. The line is established all the way through. I'm now going to go to a 3 micron diamond. This is about 6,000 to 7,000 grit. This will smooth out this blade quite a bit. And reestablish a very high polished ride line. As you can see, this line is quite high polished. There will be no burr. It's already sharp, but I will take it farther. Next, I'll do the other blade. Again, looking to reestablish the line. You can see that it's pretty well established all the way through. It might be missing just a little bit here. So I'm going to work a little bit of this tip. And we should have a pretty good line. 9 microns, about 2,000 grit, cuts very well. And leaves a very nice finish. Do you have to go to a 3 micron? Well, that's up to you. I like to. It just makes it that much finer, that much smoother, sharper, whatever you want to call it. So I'm using a 3 micron, about 6,000 to 8,000 grit, and working this inside a little bit more. There's no burr, so you don't have to worry about a burr. And we have a nice high polished inside line. Alright, now I'm going to go back up on top and polish with a special preparation. Alright, now we're continuing in our process of sharpening a ceramic shear. Yes, indeed, you can sharpen them. They are beveled edged, so don't try and convex, you just want a straight line. I have ground the top, I have reestablished a ride line. I am now going to polish the edge with diamond spray. This diamond spray is 0.25 micron, roughly 20,000 or 30,000 grit, I don't really know. I do know it works. So I'm putting a little spray on here, and I'm going to hit it so I don't make a mess. I'm just going to polish. This is a very easy process. You're not taking off any burr. You're just polishing that edge with a fine, fine abrasive. Fine diamond abrasive. So now that I've done that, You can see the surface is very highly polished and very, very sharp. Very sharp. I'm now going to do the other blade. I've got this set right at around 38 degrees, 40 degrees. You don't want to go too thin with ceramic. It'll only chip out on you. Put a little bit more spray on here. 0.25 diamond spray. And away we go. So I'm just polishing this ceramic edge with a very, very fine abrasive, 20,000, 30,000 grit. Okay, there we go. Should be done, should be very sharp. Wipe off the mess. And you can see we have a beautifully polished edge, very sharp tool. Alright, I'm now going to reassemble this shear correctly. I've now reassembled this shear. The ceramic shear that I just sharpened is near perfect, but because of its years of sharpening and the age of the scissor, which is about 20 years, we have a slight V in the tip. And we haven't got much more silencer to grind down, so we're going to have to shorten this piece just a little bit with the diamond abrasive. As it is, it cuts beautifully now. Look at that cut. This thing will cut and cut for years. It's already a 20-year-old shear. But we need to fix the tip because we've got a gap here, as you can see. So I'm going to have to shorten this since there's nothing left here to shorten, and this handle is not going to move very easily. So I'm going to shorten it with a diamond. So I'm putting back on the diamond. I'm going to come down in here and shorten this piece up a bit. Need a little water. Just enough to kind of shorten it, then I'll round out my tips a bit. Remember, this thing is 20 years old, so now I'll smooth out and point it a little bit. Diamond is so quick and easy to work with and grinds for so long. Okay, so that brought these together. I think I brought my tips together now. This is not unusual for an old scissor. No, still not enough. Still a little bit of a V here. So I need to bring this down a little bit more. Again, I could take it out of here, but there's not much room, as you can see, and I can't grind this down anymore. So I'm going to have to take it down a little bit more on the tip, which I'll do. Okay, now I've brought them together. There's no gap. Now I'll round them out. Keep the water flowing. Ceramic likes to be ground with water. Okay, I'm now just taking off the sharp corners. Make sure it doesn't cut anybody. If you want to polish the corners, you can. It's a personal choice. So I'm just going to take off any sharp corners. I'm just polishing the tips that I just ground, just for fun. That's it. Now you have a fully functional ceramic shear that has been sharpened. This thing is over 20 years old. I personally have owned it. I still cut with it. It cuts beautifully. This is not hard to do if you have the correct machine and abrasives. There we go. Look at that gorgeous edge. Very, very sharp. As you can see, on this head of hair here, I can take one blade and cut, as you can see. So this is a very sharp piece. It's not difficult. Yes, you can do ceramics. Yes, they are on the market. And there you have it.